Hello everyone, welcome back. I was going to go to Treasure Islands today and get villagers. However, when I was recording this, it took me so long to try and get into Treasure Islands because I am not subscribed with like a Prime sub or whatever with this Nintendo account. So we didn't do that. I did end up getting a bunch of gold nuggets from an island though. I probably should have gone to the one that had the villagers on it that I wanted, but that one didn't have gold nuggets. And I sold the gold nuggets and made a lot of money, which is great. So we ended up doing a villager hunt, but I had some trouble with that. You'll see as we get further in. It didn't take as long as I thought it was going to. Well, in real life it did, actually. It took a couple of hours, but I sped that up a lot so you guys don't have to sit through all that nonsense. I hope you guys are doing well. It's really cold here today. My phone says that with the wind chill, it feels like 12 degrees Fahrenheit, which is cold for where I am. And we got several inches of snow, which is really great. I love the snow. You guys might not like it, but I really like it a lot. It brings me joy and it brings my dog joy. She will be 12 in April, my dog Fawn, and she loves the snow. She went out. I let her out this afternoon. She went and ran around the whole yard. She was like chasing her tail. It was like she had reverted back to being a puppy. It was so cute. A lot of people actually don't like how long the snow sticks around in this game. And personally, I wish that it would happen earlier. I know why, because the seasonal events thing with like the acorns and the pine cones and whatever, it goes literally up until the day that the snow covers the ground. However, I have grown up in a part of the country where we've gotten snowstorms as early as Halloween and as late as April in my lifetime. Probably earlier and later than that before I was around. But I love the snow. I think it looks really pretty in the game. I do wish that it would cover items instead of just the fencing, trees, and rooftops and shrubs. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're not doing that because it would take way too long to render, and the Switch is not a powerful console like to be able to do that. And I don't think it ever covered any items in previous games because this is not The Sims. But you know what I wish? I think it was Wild World where there would be lights on the rooftops during the festive season. Like they would put holiday lights up. I want that in this game. Like I would love to decorate the houses and the buildings, like the shops and stuff and resident services with holiday lights. I know that the plaza decorates itself for every holiday and that's really great and it's really cute. Let's keep that and let's decorate everywhere else too. Nook's Cranny kind of does it as well. They have a seasonal motif that goes on, but that's not what I'm talking about. I want Christmas lights on the outside of my house in the game. And you can make an argument that not everybody celebrates Christmas. I know that, but people still put lights up, I think, if they don't celebrate Christmas. Like I've seen people decorate for Hanukkah. Anyway, I had never seen a villager use the little campfire item like that, like Lionel was doing, except for the times when it is on the plaza, when they have their hands or fins or feathers or whatever, wings near it and try to keep them warm. I had literally never seen them actually use it before, other than when it's in the plaza. So that was a really nice thing to see. Definitely in the next video that we do for Kringle, we're gonna try harder to get into Treasure Islands and get villagers. I really want to find Eric. I want to grab him. I do not want to go on a hunt for him. I want to just get him from a treasure island. Same with probably Hans. I don't know. I've said this before though. I currently have Hans and Flurry on Fawn, my main island, but that doesn't really matter because I rotate my villagers out on that island. Well, 4 of them I rotate out. Actually, it's 3 at this point. 3 villagers that I rotate out. The other 7 I keep because I love them, but we're gonna rotate them out at some point whenever they ask to leave off of Fawn, which won't really affect anything here because I have used both accounts to like visit each other and drop off items and whatever. So I don't know though. I don't want to take the chance with the queue, with like the move-in queue or whatever, to just like cross my fingers and hope that one of them moves from my island to this island, if that makes sense. I would rather just grab like a fresh instance of that villager. I could also use amiibo. I do have a bunch of amiibo. I talked about this in a previous video. I need to look and see if I actually have Eric's amiibo. I don't think I do, but I can easily rectify that. So everything will be fine. I'm thinking that once we have our 9 or 10 villagers on this island that will be at 3 stars, I don't think I'm going to have to do a whole lot of work other than that because I've been placing items all around the island. Like I crafted stuff. Anytime I get items given to me from a villager or I get an item from like a balloon or something. Sometimes when I buy stuff from Nook's Cranny, I will place them all around the island. I also really hope that I can upgrade Nook's Cranny soon, although I don't think that's going to happen until sometime this month, like during December in my game. I hope it happens before Toy Day. If it doesn't, we're going to time travel back because I want to get some of the Toy Day items like the puppy plushie and things like that they sell in the corner. And I'm also looking forward to playing Toy Day on this island. I did it on my main island mainly for like the video that I did on it, because when it was actually Toy Day in real life on Christmas Eve, I was busy that day. I went and did a bakery run in the morning. There's a local bakery that I really love, and I picked up a Yule log cake, like a bûche de Noël. And then that evening, like late afternoon, early evening, we went to my uncle's for Christmas Eve. He hosts, I've talked about this in a few videos, but I think I'm going to do it again because you guys might not have heard it. We do a big thing on Christmas Eve. That is mainly what like we celebrate. We do celebrate Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve is like the big thing. And it's a very long, drawn out meal, essentially. My mom's side of the family is Italian. There's a lot of seafood. So we had appetizers around 5 when we first walked in. There was like artichoke dip, chicken wings. One of my cousins made bacon wrapped scallops, which was new for the Christmas Eve menu. One of my cousins made arancini, which is like a rice ball, essentially, kind of, with marinara sauce with it. We had our actual meal that we sat down for, which started with antipasto. My aunt always makes stuffed quahogs, which is like a clam kind of, like a bivalve shell with like the quahog stuffing in it. And she puts bacon on top of hers as well. Not all of them had bacon because there are some people, like some of my cousins' significant others, that come and they don't eat pork. So she did a mixture of those. We also had shrimp scampi, which is a typical thing that we do for our Christmas Eve dinners, as well as lobster, Alaskan king crab legs, and prime rib, because not everybody eats fish. Also, one of my aunts, the one who hosts, her and my uncle, she makes spaghetti and meatballs as well, because there are a couple of like toddlers there. Like my cousins have babies that were there, and they obviously are really not participating in the main meal that we're eating. We also, during the dinner, I think it's like between the scampi and the lobster, we have sorbet as like a palate cleanser. Typically it's lemon. When we did Christmas Eve in 2024, like about a month ago from me sitting down and recording this, it was lemon. There was also a lime and a mango to choose from, and there were about 30 of us. So after we did all that, we had our Yankee swap, which is like a gift swap. It's like a $20, $25 limit, and you go around, you pick a number out of a hat. Whoever gets the first number, you get to go again at the end. So like if you get number 1, you pick an item from the gift pile, everything is wrapped, you open it and you keep it, but then at the end of the game you can go again because you get to choose from like what everybody else has. So everybody else opens up a gift from the pile as they go and their number is called, and you can either like pick to keep it or you can trade with somebody else that already opened a gift, but like they have to consent to the trade. It's not like a, oh, do you want to trade with this? It's like if I opened something and I got something I wasn't necessarily a fan of, I would be like, I want whatever this person has, and you would do the trade. My boyfriend ended up with one of the Dash mini waffle makers. Somebody had put that in. It was just the waffle maker, and it's the one that has like a snowman in the middle of it. It's really cute, and he was thrilled because he doesn't have a waffle maker at his apartment, so that worked out well for him. I ended up with one of the gifts that we brought with us, which would have been fine if it was one of the other gifts that we brought with us, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. After the Yankee swap, we usually do dessert, which is comprised of cookies. I made candy. There was pie. My uncle makes cherry cheesecake tarts. My uncle and my cousin made cannoli, which they did at Thanksgiving as well. They did not use crushed candy cane as an option like they had discussed potentially doing when we were all at Thanksgiving. It was just either chocolate chips or pistachio or nothing. You could just have a plain cannoli with nothing on it. They were fantastic. And one of my other cousins always makes coffee, like espresso, cappuccino, lattes, because they have like a commercial grade espresso maker in their house. So we do dessert. By then it was around midnight when we were all sitting down having our desserts. It was midnight. It had become Christmas Day. After that, we went downstairs again because that's where we do all of our stuff in like their finished basement. And we did our actual gift exchange. So like we all exchanged gifts and then we all left at around 1:30. Some people had left earlier, like my cousins who have the kids, they went home. 1:30 in the morning leaving is early for Christmas Eve. But we ended up getting home. We went went to bed. Christmas Day was very low key. I talked about this again in a previous video. We got up late, opened gifts, had a nice turkey dinner, had the Bûche de Noël Yule log cake with our dinner, like as a dessert. It was wonderful because we were all still full from Christmas Eve. So we had dinner at like 4 o'clock. It was nice. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, didn't do a whole lot. New Year's Eve, just hung out. New Year's Day, my parents' family friends came over and we had an early dinner, late lunch with them. So it was really nice to see them. It was just a nice time over the holidays. Going back a few minutes in this video though, I didn't know that when you place a plot on your island and you fill it, like when you buy land from Tom Nook and then you put a villager in that plot, he gives you 1,000 Nook miles. Is that new? I haven't played the early game since like this thing launched in 2020. I'm sure that that's been a thing all along and I just forgot because it's been almost 5 years since this game launched. It would be nice if he gave us 2,000 miles though, considering 1,000 isn't even enough for a single Nook Miles ticket, but whatever. There's nothing we can do about that at this point. Anyway, I'm happy with how everything turned out. You can make an argument that Walker is not wintry, but he reminds me of Snoopy, and whenever I think of Snoopy and the Peanuts, I think of Christmas. I like associate the two of them together, probably because of the Charlie Brown Christmas special. And Iggly is so cute. I forgot how adorable that he was. I kind of wish he wasn't a jock, but whatever. Next time we're gonna get Eric and we're gonna be on our way to getting 3 stars. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.